Hi, my name is Tracy Collins. I own Collins Bookkeeping Services. I'm a Quickbooks ProAdvisor, a certified partner with Housecall Pro, and a certified strategic advisor. So last week, I did a video about how to write a kick-ass help wanted ad to attract the right employees. So sticking with that theme, today I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about retaining good employees. We all know that in order to get good employees, you have to have, like I said, a really good help wanted ad, and to entice them to come and work for you, and let them know that you're not just another run-of-the-mill, service company. So after you get the employee to agree to your terms and everything, then the next more important thing is to retain those good employees. So why do employees leave companies? Well, you always are going to have those employees who leave your company because they're looking for higher pay. They just think that the higher the pay they get, the more and the happier they'll be. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. But that is an area that is very enticing to many people. Or maybe they're looking for better benefits. Maybe the company they work for currently does not offer any kind of health insurance, and they decide they're going to expand their family. So they'd like the health insurance for the hospital stay and pregnancy, pregnancy stays and things like that. Or maybe they're looking for more opportunity. Maybe where they currently work, they just don't feel that they're going to be able to eventually become a lead or be in some kind of management position. They really, really, really want to do that. And then another thing is plain old just changes in personal life. Maybe they are extremely happy at the company the company they work at, but unfortunately things have come up and they need to, maybe move out of town, or they feel that they're not spending enough time with their family. Who knows? There could be all kinds of different reasons. And I'm sorry, I just realized that I spelled life wrong. Another one is bad management. And I told you about the I told you a story last week about one of the things that happened to me. One of the places that I worked at, I really wanted to learn more things in more different areas of the business. And they literally came out and said, no, we aren't going to teach you, because if we teach you, then that puts our job at jeopardy. Or maybe the manager is a huge micromanager. Nobody really wants to be micromanaged. So that could be an issue. Or maybe the management is just very degrading to them. It could be many different reasons for them to leave. And another reason is maybe they just feel unappreciated. Maybe they just feel like they are being pushed and pushed and pushed to do more work, to do more things, but yet not really taught, not really appreciated, not being shown that their company does appreciate the work they do. Their company just barks orders at them and never tells them thank you or anything like that. Employees don't leave companies, they leave managers. That's something that is a huge thing that I really agree. Not in all cases, obviously, but in a majority of cases, that's why they leave. So here's a few ways to retain good employees. First of all, you're going to want to encourage feedback. If you don't know what they feel about you as a manager, you can't fix it. Or if you don't know what they don't like about your business, or if there's something that they feel that they need improved. A lot of people are not going to come up to their boss and tell them stuff that they don't like about that business. So the best thing to do is to just do an anonymous survey. This is especially helpful if you have several different employees. Obviously, if you have just one employee, that's not going to help you any, because they're the only ones that are going to fill out the survey. So obviously, it's not going to be anonymous. So, and if that's the case, that you only have one employee, then sit down and have a heart-to-heart with them. Just talk to them and ask them, what they like about your company and what they don't like about your company. And, if they have issues with you, that's going to be tough, just to give you a heads up. That's going to be really tough if somebody comes to you, if you ask that question and somebody who's like me is going to be honest and tell you exactly how they feel. It's going to be really tough not to get defensive. But you have to keep yourself in check if an employee is telling you these things, because if you don't, then they're going to get really upset because you had them do that, and then you just got real defensive for them. So just keep that in mind if you decide to sit down and have the one-on-one with your employees. Now, keep them involved in your business. Have your employees help you set goals for your business. If they feel like you are involving them, then they feel valued. One of the places that I used to work, he literally sat down and he would have a meeting with each one of us and say, what's your personal goals that you would like to reach? And during that meeting, he would also sit down and ask us, what do you think we should put in as business goals? And I'm not saying that you need to take all of the information and implement these business goals, but once you get all the business goals, take a look at them and see which ones are worth implementing. Maybe the clients want to have some kind of employee group that helps to decide how to make employees enjoy working there. So that's a big thing. Definitely make sure they are involved in the goals so that they can feel like you value that they have input in your business, and you're not just going to run the business the way you want to run it and you discount anything they have to say to make that business grow. You'd be amazed at how much information is garnered from that and goals that come out of that you may never have even thought of. Now, another thing too is to help them feel appreciated. Now, there's several different ways. Obviously, one of the top things is going to be financially. You can offer bonuses for the person who sells the most service agreements for the month, or give them a $50 bonus for getting a 5-star review. Maybe do a gift card for if you have issues with, like, for example, if you have issues too with clocking in and out, maybe you can do some kind of a little gift card for making sure that for having them clock in, a week without having any issues. There's various different reasons that you can offer some kind of financial. It doesn't necessarily have to be a continuous raise or huge bonus. Just anything to show that you appreciate what they do is going to be great for them. Maybe another thing you can do is maybe if they meet a certain revenue goal, give them a paid day off during the month. Let's say your goal is to reach, $50,000 a month. And let's say they reach that $50,000 for one of the months. Then go ahead and give them a day off the following month without having to use any vacation time, and they still get paid for it. Or if you don't want to do a whole day, give it half a day. Just something to let them know that you appreciate what they've done for you. And this is something that where I used to work, the owner did, and it was a big hit with all of the employees because so many people want to be part of something that's bigger than them. So they want to be able to donate to a charity of their choice. So what you can do is take 1% of your revenue and for that month. And, if you have more than one employee, like say 4 employees, split that 1% up between your 4 employees to have them donate that money from to a charity of their choice. not only do you help your client, or I'm sorry, your employee feel appreciated and that you feel the same way about their cause, but it's also going to give free advertising because the charity is going to see that that check is going to be coming from you, and they're going to remember that. And then when somebody comes up to them and says, you know what, I need a plumber, or I need an HVAC, or I need a handyman, they're going to remember you because you donated some money to them. So it's a win-win situation. You get some marketing and your employee feels appreciated. Now, another thing too is give out gift cards. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be any reason to give them a gift card. Just give them a gift card just because, say, you know what, you've done a really great job. Here's a $10 gift card to, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts or something. And they see that and they're going to be appreciative of that. And, $10 is nothing when it comes to your bottom line. Hiring a good employee is hard, but keeping a good employee is harder. So be proactive instead of reactive. And this is very, very important. If you have an employee who is really good and you don't show him the appreciation or help them be involved in your business or help them to help you make that a better place to work, then they're going to leave. And then by the time they have made up their mind to leave, it's going to end up, what are two things are going to happen? It's either going to be too late and they're still just going to go ahead and walk out the door, or it's going to cost you a lot more money because you're going to have to increase their pay significantly to get them to stay at your business. So that's my presentation about retaining good employees. I know that this is a huge problem for many service pros. So I hope that it was able to help and give you a little bit of ideas. If you have any questions or would like any more information about me or my services, you can go to www.collinsbookkeeping.com.